the CEO summoned all 600 girls in the company to his side, intending to choose one of them to marry. To become the CEO's wife, the girls racked their brains to dress up. However, when they entered the office, the CEO didn't look at their faces and only kept shaking hands with each girl. Batch after batch of girls were replaced, and even after shaking hands with all 600 people, the CEO still couldn't find a suitable candidate. The reason for his bizarre way of choosing a wife was that the CEO had a strange illness. As soon as he touched a woman, his whole body would break out in unbearably itchy red rashes. He searched for famous doctors everywhere, but to no avail. Until this day, an old master realized that the CEO didn't have a strange disease, but was under a love spell. Except for the person who cast the spell, he would have an allergic reaction to any girl he touched. Upon hearing this, the CEO was furious, and guessed that the person who cast the spell must be the girl he met by chance 7 years ago. He decided to search high and low to find that girl for revenge. However, the girl also didn't know that she had a love spell. Ever since a chance encounter with the CEO, she not only lost all her magic power, but also became the mother of 5 naughty children at a young age. Until this day, the naughty children almost blew up the master's Taoist temple. The master couldn't stand it anymore, and let the girl take the 5 children down the mountain to seek help from their father. In order to support these 5 naughty children, she found a job as a feng shui consultant. Little did she know that the person who hired her was the CEO who caused her to lose her magic power. The reason the CEO hired her was also to let her help find the woman who made him stay single for 7 years. Seeing that the CEO couldn't provide any information, the girl could only let him close his eyes and try hard to recall the appearance of that woman. Then she began to cast a spell, and quickly calculated that the person the CEO was looking for was in the company. As a result, after shaking hands with all the female employees in the company, he still couldn't find that girl. At the same time, in order to prevent their mother from working too hard, the girl's 5 naughty children decided to use their respective magical powers to quickly find their father whom they had never met. The eldest brother, a top hacker, opened his laptop, while the younger sister, a genius in Taoist magic, took out a compass. In no time at all, the two quickly found all the information about their father. The younger sister, who knew magic, thought taking a car was too slow, so she used her magic power and instantly arrived at her father's company. Seeing the CEO walking towards her, she couldn't wait to hug him and frantically called out "Dad." This scared the CEO quite a bit, and he hurriedly asked if she had mistaken him for someone else. But the little girl was very confident in her abilities, and determined that she couldn't be wrong. Perhaps it was because of their blood connection, but the CEO felt an inexplicable closeness to the little girl. The assistant beside him also said that the child looked a lot like him. This instantly made the CEO suspicious, so he took the little girl back to the office, and asked the assistant to call the feng shui consultant to calculate the little girl's background. Seeing that her father didn't believe her, the little girl pulled off her hair, and told the CEO to do a paternity test when he had time. At this time, the woman was about to enter the office, when she was knocked aside by a scheming woman who had rushed over. It turned out that this person was the CEO's arranged fiancé by his grandfather. When she learned that the CEO was looking for the woman from 7 years ago, she angrily ran to the company. However, the CEO had never acknowledged this fiancé in name only. The woman who originally planned to watch the commotion at the door suddenly saw her daughter sitting on the desk, so she immediately called her daughter out, told her not to run around, and went home. At this time, the CEO who had driven away the scheming woman suddenly discovered that the little girl beside him was gone. In order to confirm his relationship with her, the CEO took the hair and asked his assistant to do a test. Soon, the genetic test results showed that the genetic matching rate between the CEO and the girl was as high as 99%. This made him overjoyed, and he immediately arranged for his subordinates to launch a citywide search to snatch the children from the hands of the poisonous woman who had made him single for 7 years. Little did he know that the poisonous woman he spoke of was watching the commotion right beside him. With a search that spared no cost, clues about the poisonous woman and the children were quickly found. He immediately rushed to the woman's residence.